Stop. Just for a second, before you scroll on, I want you to notice something. Notice that quiet background hum, that subtle, persistent feeling that you're just on the outside. It shows up at parties where you feel like you're watching a movie that everyone else is starring in. You're there, physically, but your mind is somewhere else, hovering, observing from a distance. It appears in work meetings where the conversation flows around you, but never quite through you. It's the sense that everyone else received a rule book for social interaction, and your copy got lost in the mail. For years, you've probably interpreted this feeling as a weakness, a social bug, something to be fixed. You've told yourself, I need to be more outgoing, I need to try harder, I need to be more like them. But what if that feeling isn't a bug at all? What if it's a feature? What if it's a strategic advantage in disguise? To understand why, we first need to look at the mechanics of your brain. Your brain is running on ancient software. Let's call it the tribe software. For thousands of years, being part of a group meant survival. Being cast out meant death. So when you feel socially isolated, your primal brain doesn't just register it as a feeling, it registers it as a threat. That anxiety, that discomfort you feel in a crowd, that's your ancient alarm system. It's a feature, not a bug, designed to push you back toward the safety of the tribe. Then your brain layers on a cognitive bias called the spotlight effect. You feel as if every move you make, every word you don't say, is being scrutinized by everyone in the room. In reality, people are far too absorbed in their own inner worlds to notice that much. The spotlight is mostly in your head, but here is the most crucial piece of the puzzle, the reframe that changes everything. While you feel like you are failing to participate, you are actually succeeding at something else entirely: observing. Your mind is quiet because it's not busy with small talk, it's busy processing. You're noticing the subtle shift in someone's tone, the hesitation before an answer, the unspoken dynamic between two people across the room. You are collecting data that everyone else is too busy talking to receive. This is your starting point. Not a weakness to fix, but a skill to hone. So how do we begin to use this? Here are a few simple micro actions. No need to wait. Number 1, reframe awkward as observing. The next time you're in a group and feel that familiar distance, don't judge it. Simply label it. Say to yourself, I am now in observer mode. This isn't a failure to connect, it's a decision to gather information. This simple act of renaming shifts you from a passive victim of a feeling to an active agent in a process. Number 2, the one question mission. The pressure to be social is overwhelming. So shrink the goal to something ridiculously small. In your next social setting, your entire mission is to ask one person one genuine, open-ended question. Not, how are you? But something like, what's the most interesting thing you've worked on recently? Or, what's a story behind the pin you're wearing? Once you've done it, that's it. Mission complete. You can retreat back to observer mode, guilt-free. This transforms social interaction from a daunting performance into a simple, winnable game. Number 3, schedule intentional outsider time. Go to a coffee shop, a park, or a town square alone. Put your phone away. This is crucial. Your goal is not to interact. Your goal is simply to watch the world go by, to notice things. This practice does 2 things. It desensitizes you to the feeling of being alone in public, and it trains your observational muscles. You are turning the passive state of being an outsider into the active, chosen practice of being an observer. Number 4, externalize your observations. Keep a small journal or a note on your phone. After a social event, take 2 minutes to write down one thing you noticed that others might have missed. It doesn't have to be profound. The quietest person in the room had the most worn-out shoes. Or the laughter was loudest when the boss told a joke. This practice validates your unique perspective. It proves that your quietness has value. You are gathering unique data. These actions are simple, but they begin to rewire your brain to see your nature not as a deficit, but as a different, equally valid mode of operating. Now, for the most important insight, the reason this isn't just about coping, but about thriving. Think of any group, a company, a social circle, a society. Its primary function is to maintain stability and consensus, to keep things the same. The people inside the circle are busy maintaining the circle. They are reinforcing the existing rules and beliefs. The outsider's function is different. Your function is to see what the group cannot. Every major innovation, every artistic breakthrough, every paradigm shift in history came from someone who was standing just outside the circle, looking in. They weren't bound by how things are done here because they were never fully a part of here. Your distance isn't detachment, it's objectivity. Your quietness isn't emptiness, it's clarity. You see the patterns, not just the pieces. You see the forest, not just the trees. This is not a weakness. It is a strategic, creative, and innovative superpower. The world doesn't need more people who fit in. The world is changed by those who don't. The innovators, the artists, the truth-tellers, the strategists, they are almost always outsiders. They have to be. Because it's from the outside that you can see a better way inside. So the next time you feel that familiar sense of being on the outside looking in, don't rush to break the glass, don't scramble to fit in, just take a slow breath. And recognize where you are. You are not broken, you are simply positioned differently. You are the lookout in the crow's nest, seeing the new lands on the horizon while everyone else is busy on the deck. Your perspective isn't the problem.
It is the beginning of the solution.